Right, we needed a goal. We got 6. Uber needed a goal. He got a hat trick. Crisis? What crisis? Good evening, people. My name is JR and I am the FR GOONER. I'm joined here by Nate and Maddox Jr. How are you guys? You good?
Not bad at all.
What do you mean, man? We just won 6-0, man. Should be ecstatic.
It was expected. Like, if we didn't win that game, boy, then it's kind of like...
Yeah, I hear you. To be quite honest, right now with Arsenal, for me, nothing's expected. I didn't know what to expect. I was doing the predictions yesterday on another podcast show, and I actually said it would be 2-1 to us, and we'll be scrapping at the end to get the victory. But it didn't happen like that. You know, we won 6-0. As mentioned before, Aubameyang got a hat trick. It was good to see him on the score sheet. Lacazette got a goal. Pepe and Saka. And to be fair, we played quite well. I mean, let's start off with the. I always start off with the starting lineup. Was any surprises there for you, considering this was a cup match, or did you expect it to be like that in terms of the starting lineup? Let's start with Nate.
I think I didn't expect Kolasinac to be in centre back role. I thought you wouldn't even see like the pitch. Like, I didn't think he was going to start centre back.
Bro, that was shocking to me, to be quite honest. I thought he was in Turkey signing his deal, to be quite honest. So when I saw him on the pitch, I'm like, what's going on? And I didn't understand that, to be quite honest, because we weren't that desperate. Do you know what I'm saying? We had Ainsley on the bench. Ainsley can play right back. We know that. Chambers can play centre back. For one match, let's just do that. Do you know what I'm saying? Against West Brom, you know? Why are you going to play a left back as a centre back who is about to be leaving as well? I mean, it was shocking for me personally. That decision was shocking. I thought Arteta started off with a very strong team, which was, because, you know, usually with like the Carabao Cup, or is it the EFL Cup now they call it? Usually you're playing like the under 23s, you know, the fringe players, so to speak. Less of the fringe players and more the under 23 players. You know, I thought we'd see Miguel Aziz and those type of players or things like that. But he went for a strong lineup. And I think personally it was something to do with the fact that he's under a lot of pressure. I mean, Ash, what did you think of the starting lineup, bro?
I thought it was strong, but it makes sense. For example, like Odegaard, he hasn't come in his first game for us since he's come back. Oba and Laka needed match fitness, so it makes sense for them. Even with Saka as well. I was surprised with Kolasinac, but if he's going, it's just like his last chance to put himself in the shop window to see if anyone wants to buy him.
Yeah. No, definitely. And you're right. It was good to see Odegaard start. I do think Aubameyang and Lacazette deserves. Obviously, Lacazette didn't start, but Aubameyang starting was good for us. It was good to see him on the pitch. Obviously, the last 2 matches we've seen Martinelli start. Hasn't really worked out for me yet. I think he's still got a lot to learn. He's still a good player for me, but he's still got a lot to learn. So it's good to see Aubameyang back in the starting lineup. Also Odegaard as well to be playing as well, a different option to Emil Smith-Rowe. It was also good for me to see Ramsdale, if I'm honest with you. Tell me about, how did you guys feel he performed today? Let's start with you, Nate.
I think he done really well, if I'm honest, you know. I think he's good with his feet as well. I feel like if I look back on it, like when I used to watch Martinez, not saying they're the same thing, but I had a different sense of confidence when Martinez was in goal. When I watched Ramsdale, I wasn't nervous ever, like watching him. I just thought, all right, cool. So I was pretty comfortable with, like, every time he had the ball at his feet, there was never a panic moment. I'm not trying to single out Leno, but sometimes when Leno gets the ball, I'm like, I'm a bit nervous, like slightly. But with Ramsdale, I was like, oh, it's all right. Like, he's got this. There was a couple of bit moments where I thought, maybe, but I'm pretty happy with his performance. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, for a debut performance, I thought it was solid. To be fair, you mentioned there's a couple times when Leno's got the ball at his feet, you're worried. I think every time Leno, for me, that he's got the ball at his feet, I'm worried, bro. To be quite honest, and you know what? It was a good contrast because, like you said, Ramsdale looked comfortable with the ball at his feet. He even played one ball forward through the lines, and I was like, it was a quality ball. I think it was in the first half. I was like, yeah, he looks good, with his feet. The only thing I would say with Ramsdale is he's a man who likes to make the special save, so to speak. Like he just catch the ball sometimes, big man. Like, but to be fair, the saves that he did make did seem like, there wasn't necessarily that he had to catch the ball, so to speak, or he was meant to catch the ball. But I thought that's the only thing I worry with him, to be fair, that he doesn't catch the ball enough. I want to see him a bit more with crosses as well. Haven't really scoped him out with crosses. So that's something to look into. But yeah, in terms of a debut performance, like you said, like I felt confident. And it's funny you mentioned Martinez. In terms of that confidence that he instilled in you when he was playing, I felt the same with Ramsdale after about 15 or so minutes. He looked comprehensive, I don't know if you want to add to that, Maddox Junior.
No, I agree, but at the same time, how we get confidence when he's got the ball or he's on the pitch, it's the same that he gives his defenders. With Leno, he don't give the defenders confidence. So that's why they're a bit nervy or they're not comfortable on the ball. But with him there, obviously it's only one game, but he showed a lot what he can do and add to the team, and it makes everyone else relax around him knowing he's there.
Yeah. And you got to remember he had Kola at the back as well. Konashiach, sorry.
Yeah.
At the back with him as well. Do you know what I'm saying? So, and to have that confidence with your defense, and it's your first match, you've just come to the club as well. He done very well.
Very well,
to be fair. So yeah. Odegaard, impressed. Bit of the same old.
I wouldn't say same old, but it shows what he adds to the team though.
Yeah.
Like Emerson Throw is good, but he just adds something different. He always wants the ball, and just some of the passes and his movements I think it's good, man. Even though it's against West Brom, but it shows what he can do.
Yeah. I just want to add as well, like in terms of this West Brom team, I don't want to add a dampener to this, but I believe their last match was against Blackburn. They won three of the last three, by the way. Last match was against Blackburn. And from that match, I think they've made about 11 changes. Yeah, look, the average team out there, age-wise, for them was 22.
Mad.
Yeah. So they've made a lot of changes to that team, and so I'm not going to get overconfident with a 6-0 victory against them, to be fair, because I kind of feel that it was a weakened West Brom team. But nevertheless, it was a good match for confidence.
Yeah.
There's a lot of players out there that needed confidence. You could see that in the first 15 minutes or so, West Brom were kind of really pressurizing us. We looked a bit out of sorts. Nothing was really working. Nate, who was your standout performer today for Arsenal, would you say?
Yeah, this is an easy one. Saka all day. All day. Yeah, he's driving left, picking up. I saw him in like number 10 rows at points, and I was like, what is this guy doing? But I was loving it. Because for him from the start, like because we were a bit shaky at the start, I felt, and now these guys watched the last game, obviously, like they're coming with some physical intent, putting pressure on us. But I think after Saka got on the ball a lot more and set those chances, for me it was just like immense, like everything, the passing, reading between the lines, his distribution, his link up play. Everything, his off the ball runs. There was a few times actually, I think in the first half, where he was making runs, but no one was putting the ball over the top or threading it through. And I think Odegaard, I know obviously number 10 Smith Rowe and Odegaard are similar, but the difference between him is that he plays the ball through the line. So he will play that Mirza Ozil pass, which no one really wants to hear, but he will play that ball through where Smith Rowe will run with it and then give a 1-2 goal.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it's a difference. He gives them goals.
It's a good contrast.
And I think we're missing that in the deep line playmaker midfield, like where Xhaka usually sits, where someone will play across the floor, open up between the lines. And I think Saka and Pepe want that a lot more. Even Aubameyang, you'll see them everywhere on the shoulder, just run and stop each and every time when it gets frustrated for them. So for me, it's Saka today because he was just immense.
Yeah, would you agree with that, Maddox Jr.?
I agree. He's not my standout guy though, but I agree with the points he made.
He's your standout guy, big man.
I have to say Oba, yeah.
Okay.
Only because this is like looking like the Oba we had before last season. So he looks hungry.
Calm down, big man. Calm down, big man.
No, but at the same time, he's making runs. But he's doing something. He's being proactive rather than before he'll just stand still or just be lazy.
Yeah, I would agree with you in the sense that definitely he's making those runs. I saw that even when he hadn't scored yet in that match, I thought, you know what, he's having a good match because he's getting in the right positions. Do you know what I'm saying? And he's making the right runs. In terms of the goals, I mean, I would have scored that first goal.
Yeah, the first two, but it's easy.
Yeah. Even the one that he set up Pepe for, did he mean Tobias to get that in, or did he?
He didn't mean that.
I don't know, because I looked at it again and it kind of did look like that he did play it across to him.
Nah.
It looked like it a bit. His overhead are lethal. So normally, but I saw that and I'm not sure. But the second time around, it looked like he actually meant it. But I don't know. Only you could tell.
Yeah. You know what? I personally feel that Saka was my man of the match. Obviously, you can't argue with a guy that got a hat trick. So he deserves it. Obviously, he did actually get the man of the match. And you know what? Best case scenario, it was good for his confidence as well.
Yeah.
And he needed that, man. And you could tell by the third, I think it was the third goal when he done that celebration. It's like a weight off his shoulders to get those goals. So it doesn't matter if you're playing against the West Brom school team, the under 15s. It doesn't matter if you're scoring against them. All that matters is you've got that hat trick. And just before the Man City match as well, I think we definitely needed that. Yeah, I mean, let's move away from the match slightly. Now, I just wanted to touch on the fact that Lucas Torreira, it looks like he's left, hasn't he? He's holding out a Fiorentina shirt and everything. I think it's being confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. Here we go. So like he's there. He's in Italy. How do you guys feel about that, Maddox Jr.? Is that a concern? Did you want him to go? Did you think his time was done, or did he have something to offer?
I think he has something to offer, but at the same time, he kind of done it to himself. When he came here, he said he didn't like it. He wanted to go back to Italy. He was just all saying all these things, and then now he come back saying, "I want to be part of Arteta's plans." And he's saying, "No, you've had your chance," kind of thing.
Yeah. It's true. If someone comes to your yard and you let them stay there, and then they start saying, "I don't really like this yard," blah blah blah. It's like, get out of my yard, there, man.
Exactly. I think he could have added something different though. Like I would still have him in my team, but that's how it goes sometimes, man.
Would you put him over El Neni?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
That's the worrying thing for me. Because I kind of feel that I don't know. I was saying previously as well on another podcast that when we started playing him in that number 10 role, like Emery started doing that, I think that's where he messed up. Like he wasn't meant to.
That's not his position. So
he's a defensive midfielder. He's like a little Kante. He's a little terrier. Do you know what I'm saying? And I just kind of felt that we messed him up, and then we got rid of him. And I don't think it was really fair, to be quite honest. I don't think he was actually given that opportunity. And I kind of feel that, I don't know, like that worries me with Arteta sometimes. Like he does make some dodgy decisions in terms of the players that he instills confidence in. I mean, for half of last season, he instilled the confidence in Willian, saying that he was the man. It's only that Emil Smith-Rowe got, forced to play because we had injuries or suspensions, and then all of a sudden, Emil Smith-Rowe is our number 10 on every Arsenal advert. Do you know what I'm saying? So it does worry me sometimes that does he know what our best 11 is? Do you think do you have the confidence in our Arteta, Nate, as a manager?
To be honest, I'm not that confident with him. Just what we've spoken about, the Lucas Torreira thing. I think he's, if you think about it, he's our second. For me, in that midfield, I play Partey and Torreira. Like, for me, Granit has his role, but I don't think, like, technically, like, he's second best in that midfield. Not as any further up the pitch, but there, like, he can tackle, run the ball, pass. I mean, you can shoot. Like, we saw what he done against Spurs, man. Like, we saw it against when he first started in first season. But Arteta's decisions, for me, like, I don't know. Some of the times they're questionable. I just don't get it, and I just don't understand. Like, there's other players as well where, that was the point you made about Smith-Rowe. For me, people will say, yeah, he's a genius. He managed them or brought Smith-Rowe in. But I just saw an accident, like, oh, I have to be forced to play him. And then it was just like, yeah, Smith-Rowe's my guy. And I was I'm convinced by you one bit, you know? And there was a point, people laugh at me, but I followed Callum Chambers for time, yeah? And I thought Callum Chambers just needs to leave because he's not even getting, like, a game time. This guy played one game, all of a sudden he's the right back. I was like, I'm out the team. He couldn't even get in the team at one point. 5-10 minutes. Now he's the right back, the first choice. I'm confused.
I know. And is he even a right back? You know, some people say he's a centre back. You know,
not. I don't even think he's not a centre back, if I'm honest, because for him, like, he's just he hasn't got the recovery pace. He's not, like, he's good in the air, but he's not going to dominate like someone else. So for me, he played at Fulham when he played in midfield and a deep line midfield. Probably that was his position, but I don't know if he would get that at Arsenal. And even watching Ainsley today, I was like, he has a chance to put your stamp in it or do something, and he was doing it like it was a walk in the park. So sometimes it's up to them, man.
No, definitely. The only thing I'll say with Ainsley is that it's hard to come into a match as well sometimes and impact it, so to speak. And also as well, by then it was a walk in the park. It was probably like 4-5-0 when he came on, right? So it's hard to, do you know what I'm saying? To be motivated for the match when you're winning like that. We've got like 6 days to go in terms of the transfer window. We've seen Torreira's obviously leaving on loan. I think it's a 1 million deal with the option for a 13 million pound permanent deal next season or at the end of the season. Is there anyone else you would like to see go? And is anyone you'd like to see come in? I'll start with you, Maddox Jr.
Bellerin needs to go.
Bellerin, yeah. Is that it?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Bellerin.
Oh, yeah. Bellerin needs to go for me. And because we let Torreira go, I think we still need to bring in another centre mid.
Yeah.
I personally think anyway.
Who would you? Is anyone in particular?
It depends. For centre mid. I don't know, because they won't be a starter. That's the thing. They'll just be for the squad.
Yeah.
And it's hard to bring someone in and say you're just going to be in the squad or on the bench kind of thing.
No, fair enough. See, I kind of feel we need some more.
Well.
Yeah. I still feel we need some more firepower up front, man. I don't know, man. But maybe we're meant to give Balogun and Martinelli their opportunity as the other option, so to speak. You know, we've been crying out for it. So, to be fair, meant to give it to him. And we've got the main people, Lacazette and Aubameyang, back, so to speak. Would you keep Lacazette and or Aubameyang, Nate?
Yeah, before, I'll be honest, I'll sell one of them, but now I'll keep them because of the situation we're in. We need the experience. We need the goal scoring. Like, Aubameyang scores goals, innit? People,
yeah.
I'm always onto him, but he scores goals, innit? Because his record's like tremendous. And Lacazette, I think he's actually like improved himself and he's adjusted his role. Like, he's hold up plays, link up. He plays people in. He's like an all-round like 15-goal striker, which is all right for us, especially with all the people we have around us. So I'll keep both of them. Part of me, if you asked me a month ago, I'll say shop both of them. Like,
yeah. Time's running out though, isn't it?
Emotion. Yeah, but now I'm like, I'll keep both. I'll keep them.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I mean, the only thing I would say, we paid £46 million for that 15 goal a season guy, and that's 15 goals in all competitions. You know what I'm saying? Like, he looked really that goal scorer. That's the only thing with Lacazette, I would say. But I think we saw with Brentford, obviously, you know, they were missing just before the match, you know, due to COVID. But when they weren't there, we didn't. We looked lackluster, man. We didn't look like we knew what we were doing. So yeah, it was good to see them back. It's good to see them on the pitch today, get their opportunities. To be fair, what about Reece Nelson? You guys would keep him or you get rid of? Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. This is Nate's favorite player, man. He's always giving me stats on. He's always giving me stats on Reece. That bothered me for a day, you know, telling me about Reece Nelson. He was angry with me.
No, you was mocking the thing. I'll give Reece a chance, but with me now, it's a bit like Callum as well. With Reece now, I think that he has the potential to be a player, but he's in that phase of where he's just not been developed or he's not got the game time. So I'd let him go. I'll honestly let him go. If it's a loan or if we sell him, let him go. But like if he develops in it, I can't be mad at it. I can't, because for me, for someone with that ability or the ability I believe he has, or just to have a career, I think he should go, man. Because you're just sitting on the bench at a club like Arsenal, where you can play maybe at, like you said, Crystal Palace or another club, and just like see how you go, innit?
So just to confirm, is it a loan or sell? Would you sell him?
Yeah, I'd sell him, but I don't think we'll get much for it.
Yeah, no, we're not going to get much, and I do wish him well. What about we that's what I'm saying. He's gone from superstar to like, bro, we won't get much. Imagine that. That was his guy, you know. No, I'm joking.
It was more the case of me just having faith and saying that play him or like give him a chance, you know. Because at a young age, if you watched him through academy, he was ridiculous. Academy, left wing, inverted wing, he was ridiculous. But he's not coming to, even when he went on loan, everyone was like, yeah, bring Nelson back. But he's just, you know what I mean, he stopped now. He's not done anything because he's maybe a run of games, injuries, and probably he's just not had the confidence. So I'm happy to see him just go in it.
No, fair enough. And I just want to touch upon the rumor. They're saying, a lot of people are saying that, you know, Arteta's got 5 games to prove himself. So obviously we just had this match today. I think we've got Man City on the weekend. We've got, I don't remember what order, but we've got Norwich, Tottenham, and Burnley as well. Do you know what? Are you ready to see him go if we have some poor performances in those 5 matches, Maddox Jr.? No.
5 games.
You said that, family. No.
Like right now, the money they've given him, why just give him 5 games?
That's 15 points.
5 games.
Yeah, I agree with that. That was mentioned the other day as well. That if you can't give a man 5 games and give him £130 million, do you know what I'm saying, to spend on players? Like that is ridiculous, because then all that's going to happen is we're going to get someone potentially like Conte. Everyone's ringing out Conte, and then he's going to be like, who is this Lokonga?
Yeah,
who is this guy? I don't want him. Spend more money. Do you know what I'm saying? And we're just going to be going round in circles. So I do think we need to personally keep the faith. But Nate, you looked at Maddox Jr. like he's crazy.
No, if you said like 10 games, but not 5.
But he's had a season and a half.
Yeah, he had a long time.
That's true.
That's what I'm getting at. But I get what you're saying for the money and the game time. I get that. I truly get that. But at this point, I see it both sides. Like for me, like they're saying it's a long game, innit? But if they said at the start it was a long game, then I'd have went okay. But now, because of where we are, we can't attract the established player. We have to go for the youth player or the potential player and play the long game, because we ain't got Champions League. We haven't even got European football. So we can't buy that. So we have to go with this long game. And so for me, it's going to be you need, but in the long game with youth players, you're buying potential. You need to have senior players, and that's why I won't sell Lacazette and Aubameyang, because they need to like help them along the way as well. And
100%.
Black, and that's why I was upset in the Brentford game why Lokonga was doing a post-match interview and there was no senior players doing it. Why was the new signing doing it?
Yeah, for real. I do feel that is missing. There is a lack of leadership. Obviously Lokonga was captain at Anderlecht, but still he's just coming to the team and he's a young player as well. It should be the likes of Xhaka or Tierney, or obviously Aubameyang was ill, doing those, those match reports after the match. So what would it take for Arteta to Maddox Jr. in terms of what would it take for you to, not 5 games, if we finish end of the season and we're still 8th, even if we're 6th, let me put it this way, if we're 6th, is it time to go, or are you sticking, you still trusting the process?
If we're 6th?
Yeah.
Go on.
He's staying if it's 6th. He can stay. Do you really think this team right now can be higher than 6th?
You know what it is? It's how we finish 6th. Gary Neville said something like this. He said, if Man United finish 4th or 3rd and they're only 4 points or 5 points off the top, it's cool. That's what he said. But if we're 6th and we're like X amount of points off 4th, it's like, I don't know, 5th. How much points we finished off 4th place last season? Do anyone know? Was it more than
4th place? Top of my head, I don't even know.
Yeah, but
it was peak.
It was quite a bit.
Yeah, we were done by Christmas time. I was like, the most we can get is 7th.
So if it depends on the gap, I think, between us and the others. That's what I'm going off. So if it's 6th and we're not that far off 4th, I'll go, okay, cool. Because then and our points are higher, I'll go, okay, cool. But if it's 6th and we're like
that makes sense.
Away, miles off, I'll be like, you can go in it. I don't mind.
Yeah. Maddox Jr., you were saying about the team, but we got Kieran Tierney. I was going to name the goalkeeper, but maybe we got a great goalkeeper. Ramsdale looks decent though, but we got Partey. I'm struggling here. Help me. We got the likes of Partey. We got Aubameyang. We got Lacazette. We got the likes of Saka. We got Odegaard. We got Smith Rowe. We got Ben White as well. I don't know. We're going to see how good he is. No, I wasn't too sure. I don't know much about him yet. I'm not even going to lie. I don't even know much about him. I'm waiting to see how good or bad he is. But you don't think that team is half decent to do anything better than 6th? Where do you think we're going to and where do you think we're going to finish then?
Fifth at a push. I can't lie.
Wow. And we ain't even got Europe to struggle with, or like rotate the team.
No,
just that.
It don't make a difference, because even like the team we have, we've got a good starting 11, strong 11, but like a good team. But in January, African Cup of Nations, some of our players are missing. Important players as well. So
injuries as well.
Everyone else pushes up.
Yeah.
Exactly. Then comparing to, let's say top 4 right now, City, Chelsea, Liverpool, United.
Yeah, it's true.
Cool.
It's true.
I think we can finish above Leicester. I think we can finish above Spurs, and even say West Ham for sake. But it's down to the team to want to do it, innit?
Yeah, no, 100%. And I would say like the likes of COVID don't want us to do anything. Like we're unlucky with injuries anyway. Like Tierney don't even, like, he doesn't know how to stay fit, to be quite honest. So there's a lack of consistency in terms of having a first 11. And like you said, the whole squad is not strong in comparison to the likes of City and Chelsea. Whoa, Man United even. I don't even like to say it, but Man United as well, man. I was watching them the other day. They got a decent team. I mean, they bought on Sancho, bro. Like, it's a joke. It's horrible. Then Varane didn't even come on. So What about last point I want to make is this Edu situation. I'm hearing reports that maybe his job may be under threat. Nate, what do you think about that? Do you think it should be under threat, or do you think I mean, if you think about it, the guy has bought in how many 5 players this transfer window? So Ben White, Lokonga, etc. Do you feel that, like, in terms of what he's done in a difficult window, You know, not a lot of people had a lot of money. It's been difficult to sell players. Do you think that he has done well, or do you think that he deserves to get sacked in terms of his role as technical director?
I think it's. I think the buy-in's not been that bad. If we're going against like our vision for what we're doing, we're playing the long game and buying potential. It's not that bad. Like I like the players that we have. They've got potential. I can't lie to you. And we still got to see how they blossom into that. And my issue is with the sales. Like the sales, I don't think we've only sold Joel Willock and Emi Martinez. Those players I don't even want to sell. But like that's the only thing sold.
Facts.
So that's where my issue is. And then they're not even selling players. All I'm hearing is contract terminated. So what?
Yeah.
Not even getting money for them. So they were basically
for
just
real.
leaving on freeze, like Sanchez, Ramsey, Ozil thing. So I'm like, we're still not selling any players. So our net spend is just ridiculous. So I'm on the fence with Edu. I don't know. Like, obviously, like we could be in a better position, but I think I can't put all the blame on him in terms of, because I don't know how it works between Arteta and Edu, like how they target players and stuff. I'm still on the fence on it.
Yeah, I'm thinking Arteta says this is what we need, you know, and Edu's meant to kind of go out there and deal with it. Do you know what I'm saying? Negotiate and things like that. But yeah, you're right. I don't know the exact relationship, but you made a good point there, man. You know, we've only seemed to since he's been there, we made profit on what Joe Willock, Emi Martinez. Apart from that, everything's just like, cancel contract, termination of contract, blah blah blah. That's poor, man. That's poor. We're running it like Oxfam, man. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Just give it away for free. Some charity joke thing, man. Joke thing. And what do you think, Maddox Jr.? We end it with you.
I agree with Nate, but I'm on the fence with him. I don't think he's experienced enough. You know, like he's come from the national team, and we've negotiated. I don't know how good he is with bringing players in and even selling players. But at the same time as well, the players he's trying to sell, they're not really his fault. It's the guys we bought before that.
100%. That's true.
To get rid of dead wood. But I just like things to do a lot quicker and a lot more outgoings. But it's just like, rather, like you said, terminate contract or send them out on loan, which is not helping any situation.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, so I think, to be quite honest, I think he's done decent with the signings he's made. Ramsdale, he looks quite decent, to be fair. It's only one match. I don't want to get excited. He's a good shot stopper. I knew that. But there seems to be other parts of the game that I'm happy with. Ben White, I'm not too sure about yet. We'll see. He looks like he's a good passer from the back. But, you know, headroom wise, he looks poor. But hopefully with Gabriel, he could be they could make a good partnership. Lokonga so far looks good, man, to be fair. And obviously Odegaard, we know what he brings to the system, to our game. He can find the ball, which I do like, and he complements Emil Smith-Rowe, which you said, Nate. So yeah, who else have we got?
Nuno left back.
Tavares.
Yeah, Tavares. That was a good for squad wise, that was a good option, to be fair. He looks decent so far. He looks erratic. But like he looks like he'll do a thing. Like he looks half decent, you know. So and he's only played a couple matches, to be fair. So you know, onwards and upwards, man.
Yeah.
But sometimes do you remember that guy who used to play for us from Brazil? What was his name?
Andre Santos.
Oh my days!
Is that what you're saying?
No,
he's done like that. Oh.
He's now. Let me take it back. He's a lot better than him. I'm playing. I'm ready, man. But listen, we're gonna end it there, man. We've had a great victory today. Obviously 6-0, a needed victory. Aubameyang got his hat trick. Guys, I want to thank you for discussing the match and Arsenal with me today. Hopefully it's onwards and upwards. I just want to end it with your predictions for the City match. We'll start with you, Nate. Just say your score, and then Maddox Jr., and we're going to end it there. Easy. It's an easy match. What?
What the hell? All right, let me be realistic. Like 3-1 Man City. There we go.
Oh, you bet against your team, big man. Oh,
Bruh.
man.
What,
Maddox
what
Jr.,
we
you go down. Yeah, bruv. Of course, come on. Maddox Jr., what? You going to do the same thing?
I'm gonna say 2-1 City.
Oh, yeah, you man are dread. Listen, I'm
What are you
going
gonna say?
for again 1-1 draw.
All right, cool.
But
That won't happen. We're
Never.
on defense. That won't happen. But
look at the faith. Look at the faith we've got. We just won 6-0, big man.
Oh my god.
No, joking. No, it's going to be a hard match, but we'll see. We can only hope. We can only hope. Yeah, you never know, and we can only hope. But guys, thank you for today, man. I do appreciate it. Until next time, take care.
big up, man.
Blessings.